Hi, it's Marianne with a new Crafty Maven's Getaway video, and this one is for a new Monday. It's called Stash It Mondays, and I used a bunch of stuff from the first collection by Chamel. It was a challenge, I think, that Chamel had put out there. I'm not sure. I don't remember when it was from, but it challenged you to take out whatever you had of her first collection and use it up. So that's what I did. I had a Cocoa Daisy kit. I just looked it up. It was from September of 2014. And whatever was in the kit, I think I got everything that month, all the add-ons and whatnot. And so some of it were cut apart. Some of it was Project Life cards. There was some wood pieces in there. So basically I went looking through whatever I had left from that and just started laying it down on the page, really. The inspiration piece has a lot of that turquoise in it. You know, that's one of Chamel's favorite colors, so I used that as inspiration also. The background sheet, I really love polka dots, so I started with that. And then, honestly, I just dumped out all my stuff and just started layering stuff on the page. It came together really quickly. Sometimes I don't want to say suspicious, but I feel like I haven't worked hard enough sometimes, like if it comes together too easily. I know that doesn't really make sense, but I always feel like, oh, I could do better than that. That was too easy. It just all just went together too fast, which I'm trying to get out of that mode. I'm just try to say, go with it. If fast is good sometimes. So I know I had some rub-ons, an older package of rub-ons from the first collection, and I kind of recall them not working so great, but here they worked okay. But the first time I used them on something, I remember that they were annoying and didn't work so good. So, I don't know, maybe they just needed a little time. Usually it's the opposite way. But I put 2 rub-ons on that one card there. The photo is of me at Kensington Gardens in London, and we went there on a trip in last August. We didn't go into the palace. We just walked through the gardens, which were lovely. It was a nice cut through. My daughter was there studying abroad last summer, and so she planned our days, so she had us walking 10 miles a day, basically. So I forget where we were going, but we wanted to come out the other side. I think we were on our way to Royal Albert Hall, maybe. So also that piece of ribbon, I never use ribbon on my layouts anymore. That came in the Cocoa Daisy kit, and it's pretty. It's a piece of velvet turquoise ribbon with a little gold dot on it. And sometimes I just like to knot the ribbon in the middle and then just lay it out so it's got a little interest there. And then I just use double stick tape to run it down. I think that's old Creative Memories double stick tape. And that's the back side you can see of the Chamel collection. I think I used a different piece that kind of looked like that. Some of it was, I think, the elements. So I used some rub-ons, some cut-aparts, and some Project Life cards on the background there. That rose one and the heart one are just filler cards from Project Life, and I just layered them on there. I don't end up using the wood veneer. I just didn't feel like it went with the page on here. Oh, you know what? This is what didn't work good. These stickers from Chamel, they're like cardstock stickers, but when you go to peel them apart, they weren't cut right, and they stuck to the other pieces. So I'm just taking the ones I want, and then I'll just trim around it a little bit. So basically I just went with anything that was in the color scheme, which is going to be pink and turquoise, and just like a soft, pretty color palette to go with the garden theme. And I had just printed out 2 smaller photos on my selfie. And since I never put myself in my scrapbook, I put a picture of myself on there, not crazy about it, but I'm in there. There you go. I'm just going to pop up this little one. I think it was probably from an ephemera pack, but it just, I didn't get a full pack of it. It just was whatever came in the kits for that month. Because like I said, I definitely had the main kit. I probably got what they call the Day in the Life kit, and I think an add-on. So that's why 2 years later, I still have a bunch in my stash because I got so much that month that I'm still working through it. And I mean, it's a really great idea to pick one manufacturer or, something that you still have like a leftover in a kit to use it up. You just say, like, this is what I'm going to use for my next layout, and challenge yourself. That way you're working through your stash. Unless you're on a spending freeze, some of us are. I'm not necessarily on a spending freeze, but I've definitely cut down on my buying just because my scrapping time, I don't scrap as much as I once was. When you're scrapping a lot, you're going through your product a lot. And, you make room for some new stuff and it's coming in and going out and you're producing. But other times, we're short on time to create, or our mojo is missing and we're really just buying. And I know that's a fun part of scrapbooking for me also. But, the idea of the Mondays is going to be, a fun way to use up some of the stash you've been collecting. So I challenge you today to just use one manufacturer or leftovers of a kit and use it up. So these letters that I'm using now, I'm pretty sure came from a Studio Calico kit. They're a really fun font. It's very scripty. And I knew when I was making this page, like, I wanted the title to be something kind of formal looking. Even though I didn't have the right G, I made it work on here. That doesn't bother me to not have the right G. I thought maybe, I'm not opposed to also cutting apart the letters to make a G, but it just wasn't going to work. A G is too hard to make. An E and an A are much easier, or an N even. But, so here I'm just playing with those, and I think I'm not sure what the smaller sticker letters are. Something I have in my stash, I'm sure. I have a lot of sticker letters that, I keep all together, so I never worry about which ones am I going to use on my page. I just leave that to the end. Usually I just pull them out and something I have will work. And then I decide I'm going to add some droplets. So as Adele would say, I'm going to use my Heidi Shine, the Gold Lame, and I think this one is like a mint green, perhaps. So off camera, I'm making really big dots down there, I think. And then I use the gold. But, I've got out of the habit of using my mist. So when I want to use it, I have to shake it really well for a long time, or it gets that weird kind of halo around it, which doesn't really bother me, actually, but it's still fun to use the mist droplets. Yeah, see, those are the bigger ones on the bottom of the mint green. And there you go, another page scrapped. And I used up a bunch of my older product, which was good, my stash. I must have gone off looking for something. I can hardly wait to see what it is. Oh, these, those chipboard phrases off to the side came in a Studio Calico kit. I'm still trying to use those. I think it's the sayings that don't usually relate to my pages. Oh, I think I was looking for a gold heart here, yeah. Those ones, I believe, are Teresa Collins. They're kind of heavy metal ones. So there's my finished page. And thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.